If you have clicked on the video, you must have heard the word Gen Z some point. In recent times, everyone on the internet is talking about Gen Z, but what exactly is it, and why is it such a hot topic? Gen Z is essentially a human generation, encompassing everyone born between 1997 and 2012. Those who are currently between the ages of 12 and 28 fall into the Gen Z category. The reason there's so much talk about Gen Z is that many intellectuals believe it's the worst generation to date. You see, 1 in 3 Gen Z individuals aged 18 to 24 is struggling with some kind of mental health problem, such as depression or anxiety disorder. According to a report, 42% of people under 25 in India are unemployed, meaning most of Gen Z faces unemployment. In the US, 61% of Gen Z reported feeling lonely. Based on these reports, experts claim that Gen Z is the worst generation in terms of physical, mental, financial, and social aspects. But why is this? What's the problem with Gen Z, and can it be fixed? Let's go deeper and find out. Michael Hoff, a famous author, once said, "Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times." If you look at generational history, the older generations went through very tough times, and never had as many resources as people do today. People born between 1901 and 1924 are called the greatest generation, because they endured the consequences of World War I and the Great Depression, and then fought in World War II, hence the name. Those born between 1924 and 1945 are called the silent generation, as they silently endured the consequences of the Second World War and colonialism. The baby boomer generation, born between 1948 and 1964, increased the world's declining population. Generation X, born between 1965 and 1979, faced dangerous diseases like AIDS. Millennials, born between 1980 and 1996, didn't face world wars or pandemics but dealt with many financial challenges. Generation Z, born between 1995 and 2010, also known as Zoomers or Gen Z, has had an easy life with all kinds of facilities and luxuries. They don't know what life without a smartphone is like, or what it's like to live without electricity, air conditioning, or work on an empty stomach. Because of this, even small problems feel enormous to them. That's why today's generation can go into depression just because of low marks or an insult. Previous generations also faced failures, but depression and anxiety weren't as common. Today, even serious issues like suicide have become common. Between 2007 and 2021, the suicide rate among people aged 10 to 24 increased by 62%. In fact, the third biggest reason for death among young people globally is suicide. Gen Z lacks mental toughness and resilience, making it difficult for them to manage stress and make decisions during tough times. Your ability and willingness to discipline yourself to accept personal responsibility for your life are essential to happiness, health, success, achievement, and personal leadership. Accepting responsibility is one of the hardest of all disciplines, but without it, no success is possible. If we look into the past, everything worthwhile came from long-term commitment, relentless hard work and perseverance. Even too much of a good thing is also bad. And this applies to technology as well. Technology is very useful for humans, making it easy to gain information and education about anything. However, most youngsters today use technology not for education but for cheap pleasure activities, becoming overly dependent on it. Today, people don't even bother to cook. They just open Zomato or Swiggy, order, and have food delivered in 20 minutes. Buying anything is easy too. Just select from Flipkart or Amazon, and everything is delivered to your doorstep. Life has become too easy, but when life is too easy, it also becomes boring. Without challenges or meaningful goals, no matter how easy life is, there will be no satisfaction, and this is what's happening with Gen Z. Recent research shows that 2 out of 5 Gen Zs regularly undergo psychotherapy, and 53% have received professional mental health treatment at some point. According to a recent survey, Gen Z spends an average of 7 hours a day on their phones, which amounts to 49 hours a week. Even children aged 8 to 12 use mobile devices for 4 to 6 hours a day, spending 49 hours a week sitting in one place. Watching mobile or TV naturally leads to mental health issues and loneliness. Technology overuse is making Gen Z lazy and is a major reason for their mental weakness. When you get a dopamine rush just from scrolling, why would you make an effort for real-life achievements? Most of Gen Z doesn't understand human psychology, but companies know exactly how the human brain works. They know the more dopamine you get from something, the more addicted you become, and they exploit this, especially social media companies. When you use their apps, you're bombarded with adult content to overload your brain with dopamine and make you addicted, making it easier for them to make money by showing you more ads. Social media influencers also negatively impact Gen Z's minds by showcasing only the perfect side of their lives, with luxurious cars, houses, and lifestyles. When young people compare their lives to these, they feel their own lives are meaningless, leading to increased depression and anxiety. The biggest downside of technology is its negative impact on physical health. In the past, without phones or TVs, people used to engage in physical activities or sports and interacted with friends, but with the advancement of the internet and technology, video games have replaced sports, and chatting has replaced real conversations. While dopamine is still obtained from chatting and video games, they negatively affect mental and physical health. Studies show that excessive gaming can lead to mental health problems like depression and anxiety, as well as physical problems like obesity and eye strain. If you want to play real sports with your friends like cricket, football, or badminton. This will provide exercise, improve mental health, give you a break from daily life, strengthen friendships, and build strong social connections. Most Gen Z lack patience. They want everything quickly. When they see 20 to 21-year-old influencers earning lakhs and living luxurious lifestyles, they also want to get rich quickly, making them fall prey to get-rich-quick schemes and courses. You've probably noticed an increase in people selling online courses like funnel courses, dropshipping courses, and AI tool courses. Some courses are good, but most are just scams to take people's money. My main point is that Gen Z wants everything quickly. Technology has made everything so easily accessible that almost everything is at their fingertips, leading to a mindset where they don't want to work hard or be patient for long periods. 34% of Gen Zers don't affiliate with any religion, and 18% identify as atheists or agnostics. Religion gives life meaning and helps shape character. Every religion has moral values and duties that, when fulfilled, improve self-image. But most of Gen Z sees religion as mythology and believes it limits freedom. This atheism trend is popular in foreign countries, and as westernization increases in India, people here are also becoming less religious. 40% of people in India under 25 are unemployed, while the unemployment rate for those over 35 is only 5%. This shows that youngsters aren't working. I think there are several reasons for this, with the primary reason being the wrong mindset. On social media, many people say that 9 to 5 jobs are a burden, a trap for the middle class, with no freedom. But I believe that if you're under 25, you should do some job, even if it pays only 10,000 Indian rupees a month. At least you'll gain work experience, which is very valuable. Most of Gen Z doesn't understand this because social media has filled their minds with the idea that 9 to 5 jobs are worthless, making them think they should only pursue entrepreneurship or startups, which is a good thing. However, remember that startups also need 9 to 5 employees. So, don't consider any job too small. There are plenty of jobs in India, but youngsters don't want to work for low salaries and wait for big jobs while time slips away. These reasons are why Gen Z is failing in every aspect of life. The person you are today, your innermost character, is the sum total of all your choices and decisions in life up to this date. Each time you have chosen rightly and acted consistently with the very best that you know, you have strengthened your character and become a better person. The reverse is also true. Each time you have compromised, taken the easy way, or behaved in a manner inconsistent with what you knew to be right, you have weakened your character and softened your personality. And remember, we can't build a strong nation with people who lack character and integrity. Gen Z is the most tech-savvy generation to date. They have more knowledge of the internet and technology than any previous generation. If they use this technology to enhance their knowledge and skills, it can be very beneficial. Additionally, older generations have a responsibility to help Gen Z improve. rather than blame them for everything. I hope you learned something new from this video and received good advice. Please share your opinions in the comment section. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you're new to this channel, subscribe for more interesting videos.